So in 4th grade, we've been reading The Circulatory Story, which is helping us figure out what makes a great heart literally. Today's lesson happened to be about cellular respiration.
When that happens, red blood cells bring oxygen and nutrients to body cells.
When the Teacher's Edition presented a science experiment to go along with this activity, I just thought it would be the perfect way to illustrate the processes going on inside of our body for the kiddos.
We did an experiment where we put yeast into a bottle, and then we put warm water and sugar into the bottle, and we mixed it all up and put a balloon over top.
The sugar and the nutrients mixed together, and CO2 came out and filled up the balloon.
I did not expect it would just go like
I think the kids were so excited about the fact that in reading class they got to do something hands-on.
Normally in reading class you would just learn about reading, text features, read a passage, main ideas, all that stuff. But with this, since we were learning about the heart, I think that we did this experiment because it would have been easier to understand cellular respiration, and also it would be really fun to do.
It was just exciting, and I didn't know what to expect, so it was kind of suspenseful.
I really hope we get to do another experiment like that again, because there was something about it that was really fun.
It's a very exciting day here at the EIC. We have the Tennessee Titans here today to talk about the social media aspects and talking about selling your business and selling and marketing those businesses.
So the Titans content director came in and he was asking us for ideas to interact more with our community, so high schoolers, which I think is really cool because it's not every day in a normal class that you go in and you get to see such a high up person come and talk to you.
I like that it's the graphic department that's here, because I'm interested in that myself.
So they are coming up with either content ideas for a week of programming right before a game against the Jaguars. It is either one-off ideas or a content plan. And then there's a second part to it where actual live event ideas. What are we doing on game day that they can help with?
I thought it was a really good experience. I love talking about ideas and possibly being able to be a part of the organization and helping bring ideas and possibly do something I want to do in the future right now.
I'm a TV and film student, so this is really cool to be able to meet with something that's actually going to be put on TV and the social media.
The engagement at the EIC is really good anyways, but with the Tennessee Titans, an international brand with the shield of the NFL behind them, they have over 1.8 trillion impressions last year alone. And now that they're working with us, it gets their attention. And they're getting to work with this international brand that you can't duplicate in the classroom. They're actually becoming a part of the team, the Tennessee Titans, are making something become a reality.
I really like interacting with new people. They put us into groups randomly, and I like talking to other people, seeing everybody's ideas, and then also working with a high up person at the Titans is really great, and it's great to be doing as a 10th grader.
Honestly, the best part's been the students that we've met. They are so smart. They're so, they have a sense of hustle. And entrepreneurial, it's incredible. It's actually pretty motivating to be around them.
It's so special getting with connections. I love the Titans so much. I watch football, all of this, and I love talking to them. I think it's the coolest job in the world to be a part of the NFL. So I really love talking with them, and I think it was a great experience and loving it.
1, 2, 1, 2. Second period is our beginning brass and percussion class. They're students that have never seen an instrument before, and so we start from day one with them and are able to start them on their journey in band.
I play percussion. It's been very fun so far. We've been taught a lot of the notes. Masters of the Alphabet is super fun. We've had a lot of playing time.
That's what I like the most, definitely. I played the trombone. So far, I'm really liking it.
Right now, we're working on very basic things. We're working on rhythms, we're working on initial sounds, and we're just trying to give them a good foundation.
I really love brass percussion class.
Band is a great experience for students to be able to work hard, to concentrate, to develop those soft skills. They have to practice.
It's just a really fun class in general.
I love music. I love making music and noise. I love it so much because it's just a time where you can step away from the math and the science and just like learn the notes.
Which is super awesome to teach them as a 6th grader. Like that process they have to try over and over until they become a master. So they're able to encounter adversity and then move forward, which is amazing.
So today the kids are playing a game called Bounce Brigade, and it's a cooperative game. There's 10 teams, they all work together in groups of 4 or 5.
You have 7 different types of balls, and there's a small bucket, and you have to bounce each of the balls into the small bucket. And when you get to the end, there's a big bucket, and you have to bounce it into the big bucket.
And if we get all 7, we get the Z ball, which is a ball that bounces in weird directions and is very hard.
So when the kids are bouncing them, they're like different sizes and different weights, and they bounce differently on the floor. So they have to adjust like who they're playing with, who's catching it, the type of force they're putting on the ball.
Some of the balls were pretty easy to get, but also some of the balls were pretty hard to get in, especially the Z ball, where if we get all 7 balls, then we get the Z ball. And it's like a ball that bounces in like all types of directions.
I feel like it's a game that's inviting for everybody, so all skill levels. It's not really an athletic skill thing that we're working on, but it's more of a team building type activity, so it includes everybody. Everybody has to participate. Everybody can hold the bucket and catch. Everybody can bounce a ball.
It's kind of hand-eye coordination because you have to be ready for it and you have to be able to move the bucket anyway.
It's just like super fun to play because it's kind of like a teamwork game. And you get to play with like all your friends. And it's just super fun because it's like a competitive game kind of. And I don't know what's about it, but like I think like everybody loves it for some reason. It's just like super fun.
Two years ago, the STEM building was added to the Brentwood campuses. This new building drastically increased student capacity, which required Williamson County to renovate parts of the main high school building. To find out why, we interviewed Principal Kevin Kydell.
When we got to the size of need for 2,100 students, we needed to increase capacity in the office areas, both in the guidance offices and in the administrative offices. So this new front of the building opens up. It's a secure entrance, so it's a much safer entrance for our students, and it allowed us to increase the capacity of the office for the ancillary services that are needed for a school of 2,100 kids.
This project took roughly 6 months to plan and an entire school year to finish. The price was just as hefty.
I believe it was $4.8 million, the entire project, and so really pleased with what the school district was able to do with the funds allocated by the county commission, and really think that it benefits Brentwood High School and the students in the Brentwood community.
Despite the costs, many think the new front entrance was well worth it.
I would say I love the new entrance. I think it looks great. I love the outdoor seating for the students. Right now we've got some benches out here for the kids to be able to sit in, and we're going to be adding picnic tables for them to be able to eat outside during the day. I think it's wonderful when kids get outside and get some vitamin D and pick up some sunshine. I think it helps them throughout the day. I think that helps their attention span as we go throughout a long school day. So I think that's great. I love the fact that with the new administrative offices that all of our guidance counselors are together. So our school counselors, our STARS counselors, our psychologists, they're all in the same area of the building, so we're able to centralize their efforts in working with students. So I think that's a big plus that wasn't part of the addition, but I think that's one of my favorite things that came out of the construction phase.
Students will be able to enjoy the front entrance and outdoor seating for the remainder of their high school years. Ryder Borab, WBHS 9.
We did a parade for vocab words. I was an explorer. I had a starship thing and red glasses.
It was about the words that you want to be, a word that you want to be.
Everyone wrote a word that meant something to them. They dressed up for it, and I got the chance to do that too.
I wanted to be a gun jump because it's creative and it's fun.
And wild. I liked the word and I liked strikes on the end. I'm scared of lightning, but I like it on the end though.
My favorite thing about that parade was seeing everybody in their unique costumes, marching around and having a good time.
The tornado! I
liked it because I thought she was just making it stay cardboard and I like sparkly stuff, and this is sparkly, and I knew that she was gonna do it right after that.
In the front of the parade, there was the school superintendent, which his vocab word was superintendent, if you get it.
Every single student participated. Every student got an opportunity to spend time doing this. They prepared for it, and they got to celebrate it at the end. It was a great morning.
I saw a boy dressed as Popcorn, he is also in my class, which I thought was really creative. Oh! My favorite part was walking through the parade. Walking through. I thought it was very fun. I don't know why, just because we got to go outside and not do work.
It was super fun. It was awesome. Everything was all lined up, and it was like, for a second, it felt like we were doing like a march, like if we were in the U.S. Army.
Here.
See you guys. Have a good day.
Well, I walked by pretty many people, and I even saw Levi. He was question mark.
It was like if I was like Ariana Grande walking out. That's how it felt. It was amazing.